Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Dan's channel. I am of course as always Big Dan, and today I'm going to be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine. So first off I wanted to say this is actually the first Deadpool film that I've ever seen in the cinema, and the reason being is because when the first two came out I would have been about 11 and 13 respectively, so I wouldn't have been old enough because obviously all three films have been 15 rated. So as I said, this is the first one I've seen in the cinema. I just want to say as well, for the first time watching one of these in the cinema, out of the three of them, I'd say this has probably got to be the weakest. It's not bad, I still very much enjoyed it, don't get us wrong. I'm just saying, the first two I did prefer, and if this is going to be the last film out of them, then it's an alright way to end it, and well, still pretty good actually. I don't know why I said alright, but I still thought it would be a suitable way of ending the series. Humour first off is really good. It's obviously always what we expect from these films, and I thought they did a really good job of just the lines, delivery and stuff like that, and the writing and everything like that is absolutely spot on as you expect from these films. I've not got a single problem to mention with them really, and it's really well done. And I haven't got, yeah, as I said, it's always just dead funny, and I honestly was surprised that me and the person I want to say this with honestly were like two of the only people actually laughing in the screen for a lot of the jokes, to be honest. Like, I don't know if the others just don't have a sense of humour, but our screen just felt like death. Maybe we just had a terrible screen, who knows. But yeah, maybe they just don't have a sense of humour. But again, that's not anything against the film's humour or anything like that. We still found it funny. I will say though, as far as pacing's concerned for the film, the first act is a bit slow. I'd say second it picks up again, like it's about right and it goes about the right speed and everything like that. Like, it's not blitzing by, but it's definitely an improvement on the first act. And the third one I'd say slows down a little bit, but it's not too bad. So for pacing wise, as far as I'm concerned, I'd say it's about around the middle. It's not particularly, like, as I say, it's not particularly blitzing by, but it's not too slow either. It's just okay. Like, I would have preferred it a bit better. Like, I thought the first and second film again did pacing better, but it's still not a particular problem here. It's not bad, it's just okay. As far as Wolverine's concerned as well, within the film, I thought he was incorporated pretty well, to be honest. Like, it doesn't feel forced including Hugh Jackman in any part of it. And I also want to say right now that I thought the dynamic between him and Ryan Reynolds was really good in the film. I thought they worked well together, and again, I don't think there was like any sort of forced nature here. I thought they had real chemistry together, and you can see that they like working on the film. So it was nice to see that come together, especially in the film. And there's also another character who's not a human who appears in this film that I couldn't believe I forgot about, and I absolutely love in this film. If you've seen it and you know the characters, take a guess. I'm not going to say who though. I do have to say though, as far as the story's concerned, when it comes to the film and that, it's okay, but my problems with it, well, first off, what's good about it? It doesn't feel forced or anything like that. It feels like they did what they could with sort of the Wolverine Deadpool material. Again, I thought it was incorporated well. It's just like a story aspect that's a little bit of a downfall. It's just, there was a lot of fan service. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the X-Men aspects of the film were brought in well, but I don't know. As I said, there was a lot of just fan service, and it felt like forced in a lot of ways in some of the characters appearing, and they just didn't feel like they had any real relevance. Like, some of them I'd completely forgot were in this film, and I should have remembered again. The Yeah, I don't know. They felt out of place, if that makes sense. And again, it felt like just doing it for the fans, but like as a fan, I didn't really want it. Like, I liked seeing them, but they didn't work, and not in this respect, if that makes sense. Yeah, I've got mixed feelings on the story as far as it's concerned. But however, I have to say, quite possibly my favourite part of the film is the opening. It is so funny. The opening of this film. It's just the goofiness. Like, that opening is what the entirety of the film should have been. Like, it was just so goofy and it was just so funny. And yeah, I just loved it. I don't know. It was really good. And yeah, I if you've seen, again, if you've seen the film, obviously you'll know the opening. But yeah, I don't know, just that part of the film has to be my favourite part, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish the rest of the film had just kept that level of goofiness and all that, because rather than the fan service, because I felt like it just would have made it better and would have just pushed it that extra mile to get it the same rating. For me, that probably the first two have given, because I've never given a person like a personal rating to the first two films, because it's been quite a while since I last watched them. But yeah, I don't know, just it felt like it would have put it on the same scale if they just like kept that goofiness throughout, and just the like, because the music as well, I can say, is really good here. Like, I don't have any problems with it, but yeah, I don't know. I just wish it had pushed that extra mile, as I said, and all that. I do have to say though, as far as characters are concerned, it seems like there's a lot of them missing. Like especially tiny spoilers here. So if you don't want to get spoilers, I'd say skip towards the end of the video now. But when it comes to the characters, there was just like two who are missing are Russell and Cable that I noticed. And what's worse about it, they never sort of explain what happened to them. Like they just seem to be completely ignored from the film, and it just doesn't sit right with us. That, like, I don't know. Like, again, it feels like if you're going to introduce characters in the second film, bring them back or at least mention why they're not there in the third, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, again, I know that's a minor spoiler, but yeah, I don't know. It just didn't sit right with us. Like, they're just completely ignored. Like, did something go on behind the scenes there? Does anyone know it? Like, let us know in the comments or anything if you do know. But I don't know. It was just, yeah, they seem to be missing a lot on that. But it was still a good film outside of it. It's just something that was a little bit of an afterthought. I was like, wait, where were they? Like, you know, when you just sense something's missing a little bit within the film. But even so, I still enjoyed the film. So, for all the reasons I've mentioned, being characters, pacing, humour, Wolverine, story, my final verdict for Deadpool and Wolverine is an 8 out of 10. Again, I know that might sound a little bit high with what I've said, but it just, yeah. Like I said, if I was to rewatch the first two films, they would probably both get a 9 out of 10 from me, but this one just felt like something was missing. Like, I still enjoyed it, and I don't mind if they want to keep going with this series and keep making good films, because I did, as I said, I did still enjoy it. But yeah, just something was missing from the film. It was like, it was the characters and the story and that which just dragged it down for us a bit. And it was just too much fan service. But even so, like, if you want to watch like a fun, goofy time for a film or something like that, I'd still massively recommend this as one to go watch. I know I'm a little bit late doing this review, but if it's still out in the cinema and you've not already seen it and you're considering it, I'd still recommend it worth it as one to go and watch. I mean, it's just a fun time, really. Like, if you don't think about it too seriously, which I tried not to, as I always do with these films, then I'd still go recommend it as a one to watch at the cinema while it's still out, or at home if you don't have the money to watch it at the cinema. But yeah, 8 out of 10 is my verdict for Deadpool and Wolverine, and I honestly hope you enjoy it if you've not already seen it. So, with all that said and done, thank you for watching my review. As always, please like the video if you enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to subscribe. I have been Big Dan, and I am out. Peace.